People do not live here and nature gradually begins to show its rights. Welcome to the channel Creative Life. Today we suggest you look at the most beautiful abandoned places in the world. Prum, Cambodia is a temple in Angkor dedicated was erected in honor of the mother of King Jayavarman VII in 1186. The greatest flourishing reached the 13th century and there were more than 12,000 people, but like the whole city of Angkor in the middle of the 15th century was destroyed by Siamese troops and abandoned. The clearing of the complex was started in the 20s of the 19th century. However, specialists who carried out the work on restoring the temple Prum made a decision not to change the cardinal appearance of the temple and its surrounding environment, so today it is the only temple absorbed by the jungle of which the roots of trees were entangled. This was deliberately. From this it is considered the most popular among pilgrims. Angkor. Spinalonga, Greece is a Greek island located opposite the villages of Plaka and the Island in the eastern part of Crete. In the 16th century, the Venetians prevented the island from an impregnable fortress controlling the entrance to the Island Bay, and the island was not always so according to the Venetian cartographer Vincenzo Corona. In 1526, the Venetians decided to share a part of the island of Spinalonga, create an island to strengthen the protection of the port of Ilanda to enhance protection from the constant raids of pirates. In 1903 the island was turned into a colony for lepers. A medicine from this boesne did not exist then, while all infected considered incurable. Spinalonga also represent an ideal solution for the isolation of patients and for the health of the population of Crete. Tranquility. Floating forest. Australia decommissioned ship SS Ayrfield moored at the mouth of the Parramatta River falling into the blast. Home bush in the northwest of Sydney is entangled in thick mangroves a few meters tall. The length of the ship resembling a floating forest is 80 meters. Of the hull part resemble the landscapes of a lost island lost among the urban jungle. A large 1,140-ton. The ship was launched in 1911 by the UK and a year later registered in Sydney as a ship for the transport of military supplies and has since adorned the mouth of the river Parramatta. Nara, Dreamland, Japan. This abandoned amusement park was built in 1961. The design and layout of the park is very similar to the California Disneyland here. There is also its wagon depot, Sleeping Beauty Castle. The steep turns of the slides were closed in 2006, because all the workers and guests just left this wonderful place and did not come back here for the time being. Dreamland is guarded by the police. Gouqi Island, China. Off the east coast of China has a small island that is part of a group of about 400 islands. Shaanxi. On the island there are some of the most beautiful in all about the archipelago of the abandoned settlement on which come to walk the curious inhabitants of the island. Left it in the 90s after the economic upheaval of what happened in China. As a result, the extraction of fish became an unprofitable occupation. Gradually, day after day, creeping plants such as ivy covered the walls of houses. Nature recaptured its territory and turned the villages into a fairy tale country, but departed fishermen come on the islands of Shaanxi regularly because there are a lot of fish here. Hotel del Salto, Colombia. It was built in 1923 at 30 kilometers southwest of the Bogota near the picturesque Tequendama Falls. The dawn of the hotel came in the middle of the last century, and in Del Salto there were 18 brother cops with bathrooms and fireplaces, a restaurant with a terrace. Also numerous basement rooms, a symbiosis of the beauty of the nature of the power of the waterfall and modern hotel comfort attracted travelers from all over the world. This continued until at the hotel began to happen mysterious deaths. Historians in the legend do not believe and associate the decline in the popularity of the hotel with pollution by sewage drainage of the river Bogota. Because of this, around the hotel appeared love, unease smell, but less beautiful this place from this no more. Now the Institute of Natural Sciences of Colombia is doing a great job of cleaning the river Bogotá, and its sources of power are hoping that the hotel will again attract tourists and gain a second life. Durg, India is one of the Panchalgada forts in the town of Kolhapur, not far from Mumbai. Fort is located on the top of a high hill and is a unique architectural monument. Every year it is of great interest to numerous lovers of difficult hikes. In order to overcome the 3-hour climb to the summit of the necessary fair endurance and physical preparation for travelers, it is necessary to climb the narrow stairs of the staircase cut down in the steep slope of Fort Durg. It is part of the Fort Panchalgada system, which was built by the Shilar dynasty at the turn of the 12th and 13th centuries. And in the most important strategic points. Well of Dedication. Portugal Well of Initiation is located on the territory of the Palace Quinta da Regalia. In the town of Sintra, its name was given to this architectural object due to the assumption that in it, the rites of the dedication of the Masonic Lodge. Carved in the rock, the well looks like an inverted tower. It has a depth of about 30 meters. It consists of a spiral staircase with carved columns. The structure descending down the gallery has 9 spans of 15 steps each. Approaching the bottom of the well, the illumination begins to fade. Craco, Italy. This small picturesque city, built on the edge of a cliff in the Basilicata region since its founding in the 8th century, had suffered from invaders and earthquakes. The first mention of it date back to 1060, when Archbishop Arnold of Detrario christened the Graculum locality, a small ploughed field at the end of the last century. After another natural cataclysm was that the rocks under the city were gradually being destroyed, and so the residents were forced to leave it for the official excursion to Craco. There are no daredevils sent that yet, at your own peril and risk for the adventurers of photographers. Hundreds of homes are ready to reveal their secrets. But beware of collapses, here is not uncommon. For today it's all, friends. If you liked the video, then click I like it. And subscribe to the channel.